I was here. We were talking last week about like some of like the physical, like the weight that you've gained, like some of the changes that you want to make. What do you think is the biggest difference between the player you are today and who you were at the end of last season?
I think just the way I move and my mindset. I go with those two things. Last year, I was more of just a strictly five-man, big man, banging in the post with Big Steve, trying to score in the post with them. This summer and this fall, I've taken more of an initiative upon myself to play more like a guard, be able to guard the perimeter, be able to put it on the floor and do stuff like that. So I think from freshman year to sophomore year, that was kind of the biggest change for me, just getting that out of my mind that I'm just the big man who's going to be on the block. So.
Do you think that's going to help you guys, or do you think that's going to help you be able to play a lot more minutes with Steven on the court at the same time?
Yeah, I think so. We've been practicing a lot with me and Steve, and me and Steve have been talking all the time about how much we love that and how we feel like we always know where one each other at on the court. So being able to play with him throughout the summer has been great. Just kind of getting a feel for where he likes the ball and just kind of where I like the ball and just building that chemistry. It's been awesome, and yeah, I think hopefully we'll be able to see that this winter.
As Coach Guard, has he told you guys that that's what his plans are, that he wants to play you guys together?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we've just been practicing it. So we'll see what Coach Guard wants to do. It's all up to him. But, yeah, I feel like when we do play together, we're scoring and we're playing really well offensively and defensively. I mean, able to get all the rebounds. I mean, we're just two-footers out there. So that's hard to guard for any team. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But, yes, we've been practicing a lot together. So.
Over this past offseason, transfer portal, you guys were affected by the transfer portal, lost a few guys, obviously Chucky Upper and even some like Tyler Wall graduated. Does the departure of certain guys, does that change your mindset on maybe having to be more ready?
Yeah, I mean, it's next man up, and it always has been in sports. So I know that, with everyone leaving, yeah, the door's a little open. But we brought in 3 transfers and 4 great freshmen. So yeah, we're all coming in, and honestly, the whole team's like knowing we're competing for minutes every day in practice. Nothing's given freely. So, but yeah, it feels like there's a door open for all of us, and we're trying to attack it as a team and go and get those minutes for ourselves. So every day in practice, it's been competitive. It's been fun stuff.
You were a freshman last season, and now you step in your second year. What did you learn last year that changed your preparation for the season this time?
Mentally or physically, or both?
You talk about physically, talk about mentally.
Okay, yeah. Kind of like I said, just getting out of my mind that I'm just a big man, and just bringing more confidence to my game this year. Being able to know that I'm going to hit the shot or, make a tough move to get into the shot. Last year it was more just on the block, rebounds, and cuts and all that kind of stuff. This year I'm looking to more create my own shot just confidently because I know I can. I've always been able to. So that'd be one big thing for me, just knowing that I can score whenever I want. And just trying it out in practice. It's the place to try it in practice. So in the games, it's easier. So yeah.
What do you think was the biggest thing you learned last year? Because that was your first time going through a college season. Was it easier than you expected? Did you maybe realize that you should have conditioned more in a different way, or what was something that you experienced last year that you thought, okay, next season I'll make sure I'm better at that?
Obviously, just taking the weight room more serious. Going against like Zach Edey and all these big guys, it takes a toll on your body. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if you don't go into the season strong and at the condition, it's going to be tough to make it the whole season banging with these Big Ten guys. But no, yeah, I'd say obviously the weight room, and then yeah, conditioning wise, I went home this summer and ran a lot more hills, did a lot more conditioning for my own benefit. Just knowing that yeah, it's a long season, legs are going to get tired, but just kind of preparing myself for that. Last year I didn't really know what to expect, so I kind of went in it blindly. This year, sophomore season, a little older, a little more wise, so just doing all that kind of stuff to better me.
Talking about wisdom, you were a freshman last year, and now you look at a new class of freshmen. You're no longer the new guy. Have you had advice for those guys, or are you still too young to be doing that advice?
No, yeah, I'll give them advice. I mean, Jack Robinson, he's obviously from my hometown, so it's easy for me and him to talk about hoops and all that kind of stuff. Daniel played on my AAU team, so I've known him for a little bit now. But yeah, and then Greppy and Aiden, both other freshmen. Greppy, yeah, I try to pass down a little bit. As a freshman, I know exactly what he's going through. I mean, as a big man, it's not easy going against Steven and Hodge and Gilly and all these big guys. Just kind of easing them and giving them a piece of my mind on what to expect and just how to handle everything. He's been doing great. He's been having great practices. So, yeah, just kind of be in there for him whenever he needs me. It's just kind of been my point of emphasis for him. And then Aiden obviously has been great too, very athletic. But yeah, so all 4 of them have been awesome. And yeah.
Last thing, do you have a goal for the season? Personal goal?
Personal goal, man. Start making them when the season gets closer. But right now, I'm just worried about practices and getting through these and just having good practices and competing. Obviously, I will say just competing every day in practice. Don't take any days off, and in the weight room, don't take any days off there either. I know how important it is now for me. So getting in there, getting my work done, and getting out. I'll say that. Yeah.
Thank you, Nolan.